story of Barack Obama's religion starts with his parents in Bellevue, Washington, where they settled into a church called the Little Red Church. It's called that because they support Red Chinese communism. They also teach an ancient Druid religion called Wicca. There's also a Marxist high school nearby called Mercer High School, which is the high school that Barack Obama's mother, and the greatest political influence in his life, was indoctrinated. Nearby, there's also a statue of Lenin in a park. The Little Red Church is actually listed in a group of covens in the Witches of the World directory. This too may be where Barack Obama developed some of his leadership skills, and Wiccans still support him today. When he lived in Indonesia, Barack Obama was enrolled in Mengaji classes, which require a flawless reading of the Quran in a perfect Arabic accent from cover to cover. Mengaji classes have the highest status in Islamic culture and are taken by the most devout Muslim students. While he was enrolled in Islamic schools, Barack Obama may have had an encounter with Abu Bashir, who is notorious for radicalizing Islamic youth in Indonesia. But today we know that Barack Obama's main radical Islamic influence is probably Khalid al-Mansur, the man who helped him get started in his political career, and who may be funding him today.
I decided, this is what Barack says, in Hawaii, I'm going to be an African.
How do you categorize these two people, the Prophet Muhammad and Jesus Christ?
The Muslims do not regard Jesus as the Son of God because Jesus did not regard himself as the Son of God. We know that the Christians have a slight problem. They start at a slight disadvantage. The Muslims have some advantages, the Muslims have some disadvantages. Some of the disadvantages of the Christians is that the church fathers were the architects of apartheid.
I long for the day that Islam takes over the world, and what I would like to do is to take over Islam so I can rule the world.
Barack Obama may actually have been born in Kenya. He has a cousin there named Raila Odinga, and he's trying to take over the country of Kenya for Islam. He signed a pact with Muslim leaders before running an election that he lost. After they lost the election, Odinga's followers went on a rampage of violence, killing over 700 people. They burned 50 people alive inside of a Christian church. We heard before that Barack Obama's mother and his grandparents attended a Wiccan church. Wicca may still play a role in Obama's life today. Wiccan Witch says that Barack Obama is using Wiccan magic in his campaign.
It's nothing but a sham and a show. These are the facts. So I'm here preaching, warning the world about this evil, homosexual, hater of God, blasphemer of the Word of God, and hater of the foundation of America, and a confessing Muslim named Barack Hussein Obama. And all of these other preachers went hook, line, and sinker. Pastor Manning stood up and spoke the truth about him in the face of the adversity of all of these black people who have gone a-whoring after this man. And I'll say to you that you ought to begin to stand up in your churches today, immediately. Stop this man. Stop it now. Stand up. Stop it. Stop this Satan worship. This is nothing but Satan worship of Barack Hussein Obama. I am Pastor James David Mann.